Okay, welcome to match 3 of the Modern League with Splinter Twin. And I'm I'm getting so lucky I win another die roll. So, yep, decide to play first, and that's an obvious mulligan with no mana source. And that's sadly another mulligan. Not having a blue mana source here being pretty bad. It's a bit of a shame since there's only 4 non-blue mana sources. I don't like mulliganing this, but I don't think I have a choice. This is fine. I think the new scroll is in effect. So, I probably want to keep Serum Vision since regardless of what I get, I'll want it. Sadly, I do have a fetch land, so... I think I'll put it on top. It's fine. But it means I can't fetch, so I'll play the Steam Vents tapped and pass the turn. It's not good to start on 5 for obvious reasons. Right, so he's going to start with a Serum Visions. I'm going to draw Serum Visions. Although if he goes Island Serum Visions, I'm probably playing the Mirror. In which case, not having a land is really bad. Holy smokes. So here I'm just going to sacrifice the Tarn. Get an island. Let's see here. Right, so here I'm just going to play Serum Visions. I don't think I'm going to remand anything this turn. I might Spell Snare, but yeah. So I draw another Serum Visions. And I don't want the Pestermite, I'm sure of that much. The land is a little more difficult. I'm not sure whether to keep the land or not. He started with Island. It's unlikely that there's a 2-drop he's going to cast that is going to make me want to counter it. So I'm going to put the Scalding Tarn on the bottom. Try to get towards business spells. And there's a Splinter Twin. So unfortunately, I don't have the fourth mana, to really get that going. So I'm probably going to just keep the Snapcaster on top, drawing into Splinter Twin by flashbacking Serum Visions if I can. So I'll put Splinter Twin on top, Snapcaster on top, and pass the turn. Of course, my opponent could play something I don't expect, and like Bloodstained Mire. Right. Watery Grave for Chase, I would guess. Thoughtscour. So he decided to Thoughtscour himself and probably playing Tasigur here. So yeah, I do get punished, but he started off basic Island, which meant it was unlikely that he was on Grixis. I know there's... So I'm just going to pay 2 life and flashback Serum Visions, since I need to get things moving. Right, so let's flashback Serum Visions, drawing into Splinter Twin, and I've got Lightning Bolt and Vendilion Clique. It was a bit awkward against Tasigur, although V-Click is okay. Although what I want, I guess, at this point is a land, so I'll put the Lightning Bolt on top bottom. V-Click is interesting because it allows me to go for the aggro plan, regardless of what happens, so I'll put it on top. Here, pass the turn. The plan next turn is to probably play the Pestermite, tapping the Tasigur, and just attack, depending what gets played here. Kolaghan's Command. Ugh. That's really bad. Spell Snare, Remand. I don't want him to play... Remand is probably not going to do much. Spell Snare counters Terminate. Let's get rid of Remand. That was awkward. So here... I may play Pestermite, but having access to Spell Snare would be good. And yeah, mulliganing here and not having access to mana is awkward. I think here, to be honest, I'm probably going to Vendilion Clique. You might have a counter spell, but there's so little I can do at this point. I really need to somehow get something going. I mean, it's so likely this is getting deprived, jeez. Yeah. Oh, there's a second Splinter Twin, which is really not what I was hoping for. Alas. I could try and resolve a Pestermite before he has too much mana and like go Snapcast to the Pride, but he gets a basic land, so he's not I think here I'm going to attempt a Pestermite. Since I can't afford the damage, I can't really keep Spell Snare up. This is all pretty bad for me right now. I'm basically going to have to just go for it at some point. Oh, they did F6, which is very interesting. Let's see. I don't really want Deceiver, but I want Sulphur Falls. So here I'm just going to attack with Pestermite. Yeah. He may not actually have an... No, he has 5 cards in hand. Of course he has an answer. There's no way. What is this? Oh, Tasker's ability. I don't really want him to have Ivor, but there's not much I can do. Let's see. If I give him Deprive, he can just counter Culligan's command, just kills my creature. Just have to give him Probe, which costs no mana, so that's awful. Oh. He decides to spend mana for it. Well, I mean, there's almost nothing I can do here. I can't even wait, because if he has Lightning Bolt, he kills me anyways. Yeah, this is not going well. I probably should have actually kept the Deceiver, because it would have allowed me to tap it down. 6 cards in hand. I can't beat anything. I'm just going to go for it. There's about no chance that this resolves, but I think this is my best shot. Yeah, it taps a bunch of mana. It's a big spell. Murderous Cut. Okay, sure, whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna concede here. There's nothing I don't think I could have done here. Sadly. I guess if I had the Deceiver, I could have tapped this Tasigur. But then even when I go for Splinter Twin, it's over, so yeah. So he's on Delve. He gets basic lands quite quickly, which is very interesting. Dismember obviously comes in. Karanos comes in. Put out at least 2 twins, probably. And Deceivers, even though they're pretty good against Culligan's command. I like all the counter spells. Remand is great against Delve spells, although it's a bit awkward. I am on the play. I'll consider Blood Moons. If he doesn't get basics, Blood Moons are pretty brutal. Explosives doesn't do much against Delve. I'm not boarding out the whole combo though. Let's see. This is tough. Because like, I think actually I can board out most of the combo. I think I prefer Pestermite as an aggro plan. Based on him getting basics. Less tempted by Blood Moon than usual because he gets basics all the time. I don't want to board out the last Splinter Twin. Although, it's not going to do much. This is tough. So am I really on just the value plan? I guess. I mean, he's playing tons of removal. So, yeah, we'll try this. It may not work out, but we'll see. Yes, I would like to play first. Ugh. I have to test this hand, but I guess I have to keep. So we're gonna sack this for a basic island right away. I mean, I know what I need is spells. I maybe should have mulliganed this because at 6 I get to scry, but ugh, whoa. I mean, even if I should have mulliganed this, that was very unfortunate. Yeah, so he's gonna go and get a basic island probably here. Yep. Delver of Secrets. Sure. So here I'm just gonna play a Sulphur Falls and pass. I don't think Roman's gonna do much here, but yeah. Well, he has Serum Visions. That was unfortunate for me. Actually, I could have remanded his Serum Visions here, since he hasn't played a land, but it's quite likely he has a second land. Anyways, okay, basic mountain. Right now, what I am looking for is Lightning Bolt. That'd be perfect. Let's see. I could flashback Serum Vision since there's not much I can get punished with here. I think that's okay. It's a bit awkward, like, to do this. I'd rather like flashback Lightning Bolt against a deck like this, but Yeah, okay, so I draw Lightning Bolt. Now, here's the awkward thing. Like, Desolate Lighthouse is the perfect land, since it kind of helps, but it is still a land. So I'll probably put the Lighthouse on top and the Electrolyze on top of that, since I want to draw the Electrolyze. Yeah, here he's going to play Serum Visions. Yeah, and I can always shuffle away the Desolate Lighthouse if needed. It's a lot of damage, though, from Misty Rainforest. Since I'm taking free from this, I kind of want to take less damage. But here, interestingly, because he has chosen to play a mountain, I am fairly safe in just attacking with Snapcaster Mage here. Let's see, as a Black Source, what happens if he Tassigurs? I don't want him to Tassiger. I think I'm just going to Lightning Bolt this. I know Electrolyze is good, but I just don't want him to Tassiger, so we'll not pay 2 life for Steam Vents and pass the turn. I really want to draw Desolate Lighthouse, because it's a very good card to have access to. Yeah, and he has like 5 cards, so he can just play Tassiger for 1, and that's not really what I want to see. 3 mana, this is different. Mulligan's? I mean, I'm still going to remand that. So I don't really want... Okay, so he's got a counterspell as well. There's not much I can do. I'd rather tap him out, though, this exact moment, because I have access to Jace. So you return Delver. So what we're going to do is we're going to play a Jace Architect of Thought and minus him right away. So Dismember, Spell Snare, Pestermite. Dismember does deal me a lot of damage, which is unfortunate. Well, let's see what he does. Oh, this would be a great split. Oh my god, that's fantastic. I don't care about the combo, so that was a fantastic split. Because of the way he split it, I'm kind of priced in to play the Misty. I am just going to sack this now for an island, since there's no way yeah. The reason I do that right away is like that way he can't resolve a 2 mana spell while I'm tapped out, like a Snapcaster Mage or something. Yeah, so he plays Delver. Right. So here, let's plus the Jace. Actually, let's see. I can always Electrolyze first. I could do it on his upkeep. He already has a lot of mana available, so there's not going to be... If he sacks his Polluted Delta, that's definitely the time to Electrolyze the Delver, since he'll be mostly tapped out. I think here I'll play Lighthouse plus the Jace and pass the turn. I could wait until he flips it, since I would only be using 1 damage from the Electrolyze, which isn't too bad. Okay, so the question here is, do I want to do it in response? Stop on opponent's turn. I don't really care. So like, if he flips it, I don't care about 1 damage. If he doesn't flip it, I don't have to play Electrolyze right away. So it's purely advantageous mostly to wait. Gives him some information about the top card, but top card is not a spell. So he sacrifices Polluted Delta. Let's see. It was probably a land. I think this is okay. I'm in no rush. Let's just... Yeah, this is fine. Oh, wow. Gets Watergrave untapped. It's a lot of damage, potentially. But yeah, the Jace just stops any issues. Although he could Lightning Bolt it. There's almost nothing I can do. Short of trying to dispel. Right, so he does that. So he probably has access to Snapcaster Mage, Mulligan's Command, which is awkward. But I think it's okay to Electrolyze here, end of turn. There's so little downside, in my view, between the Spell Snare and the Remand. I could always like Spell Snare and like bounce it with Remand. So that's done. Right. V-Click's interesting. So here I'm going to minus the Jace since there's nothing in play, and yeah, wow, Cryptic and Serum Visions. I mean, Cryptic is by far the best card. I mean, yeah, we have access to 6 mana, 7 basically with the island. So I could Cryptic plus Spell Snare plus Remand. There's 5 cards. I really like the Cryptic here. It's expensive, is the only problem. Serum Visions and Pestermite are actual cards. Or maybe they're not. I mean, in the sense that, like, maybe these are not actual cards because they get traded for cards like Kolaghan's Command. And Cryptic is too good to pass up on here. The fact he knows about it is awkward, though. I'll choose pile 1. I think the fact that he knows about Cryptic is really awkward here. So let's play Serum Visions. Scalding Tarn, I don't want any of these, either of these cards. I could play Scalding Tarn, shuffling back the Cryptic in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gets me the basic mountain as well. Now I'll play an island, like every life point is going to start to matter soon. And I don't think access to red mana is going to matter too much. So you just pay 2 life for Water Grave but didn't do anything. That's interesting. Right, so here I could play Vendilion Clique with that much backup, which seems fine to me. He knows about Pestermite, which sucks, but yeah, Vendilion Clique here is pretty good, I think. Just the information. That's basically what I'm looking for. That information is pretty key. I'm actually going to take a piece of paper and note it down. Terminates the V-click. I will allow it because I don't care. It's gonna die anyways, so wow, okay. He has Counterflux, Snapcaster, ×2, Angler, and Cut. I don't care about Cut since it's just a random removal spell. Counterflux is already done. We're a bit late. I'm actually going to take one of the Snapcaster Mages because I have something to counter the first one but not the second one. So he's down a Snapcaster that way. Let's see, based on Counterflux, Snapcaster, Angler, Cut. He does not have enough mana to... He can Counterflux my Pestermite, but I don't mind if he does that. And playing a Snapcaster with Spell Snare is not exactly what I care about. Yeah, so I can play Pestermite here, it's pretty free. We'll tap the Black Source, that's fine. Yeah, so he's going to cut my Pestermite, which is completely fine. I'm okay with removing cards like this. Yeah, that's fine. You got it. I will not untap Blood Crypt. Let's untap Lightning Bolt. So here, what do I have access to? Okay, I'm going to play Steam Vents. Let's see, I do want to shuffle the Cryptic back, but there's so many bad other cards. I'm going to play the Steam Vents tapped, and then use Desolate Lighthouse at end of turn. Yeah, I think this is fine. He has 8 cards in graveyard though, so that's okay. So he's going to cast possibly an Angler here. I do have access to Dismember for it. He's going to lose most things. I could use a Remand here, which I think seems appropriate. He has access to Cut and Command. So he has Counterflux in his hand. But if I Remand it, it should still be fine, since I can always Dismember it afterwards as well. Like, regardless of what happens to this Remand, I'm not too unhappy. I maybe made a mistake though. Since I could remand, the problem is Dismember makes me lose 4 life when I cast it, so I can't like really remand a Dismember. That's not gonna end well for me. Oh, he drew a Dispel. Okay, well that's kind of unfortunate. Let's see. He has access to free mana. He has Counterflux, Snapcaster, And another unknown. I guess I could activate Desolate Lighthouse. Since there's almost no cost to doing so. Yeah, Keranos is a good one as well. Discard a Sculling Tarn. The spell's going to resolve. Angler's going to resolve. And end of turn, I'm going to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. I probably should just untap here, just in case he has a 2 mana counter spell. I definitely want the Dismember to resolve. So cast Painful Life. Dismember the Angler. Attempt to resolve Keranos against 1 blue source. Right. And plus Jace. So he would need Lightning Bolt to kill Jace, and I don't want to lose it so far. I'll just plus it. If he has Lightning Bolt, he has Lightning Bolt. Right. I keep the Mountain, obviously, because of the Desolate Lighthouse. Thought Scours himself. That's fine. Oh, he has access to Lightning Bolt now. So yeah, so he can easily bolt the Jace. But I still have access to Spellster. Right, so Misty, Rainforest. That's okay. I'm going to minus the Jace right away. Ooh, Cryptic Command. That's probably going to enter my hand now. I could also draw Serum Vision's Lightning Bolt. Oh, he just concedes. I think I'm so far ahead it doesn't matter. Based on how he fetches, I'm going to lose a Blood Moon. Based on what I've seen, I'm wondering whether to... I think a Twin is going to be more effect than a Blood Moon, just because he fetches always basics. Just the fact he's afraid of Blood Moon is probably enough. Engineered Explosives only deals with Delver. I don't think that's worthwhile. I honestly think that my sideboarding is fine. Yeah, we'll submit on that. Right, so... I have 12 minutes to finish this match, but I think that'll be more than enough. Serum Visions, Remand. I'll keep this. He's mulliganed, and this hand is perfectly fine. The Tech Edge could be useful. Since he's fetching so many basics, Tech Edge actually punishes that pretty neatly. Yeah, well, I'm not going to fetch a basic off this. I might need a second red source. Okay. He's going to fetch something. Steam Vent's tapped. Sure. I'm not sure I would have done that, just because so Misty's on the bottom and Keranos is on top. The reason I wouldn't have done that is because it kind of telegraphs that I should be playing Blood Moon. So he plays Thoughtscour, targeting himself. Right. So I'm going to play Sulphur Falls and pass, just because Tasigur is a big issue if it resolves. Wow. Okay, he's just gonna go for it. Wow. Okay, he doesn't have much mana. Misty's kind of unfortunate. I'm okay with playing it here. I'll get a Steam Vents from it. Just get rid of that card, just get another duel in play, and I don't need the free mana. That's kind of unfortunate that he drew a land there. Since the problem is because he missed a land drop, I know that he has 6 spells in hand. It's going to be really hard to beat. This member's fine. Let me see. Here, I'm probably not going to need 4 mana, sorry, so Steam Vent's tapped is fine. I maybe should have played the Tech Edge, actually. But it telegraphs to him to maybe not play another land, especially if that's his only red source. Snapcaster Mage. The question is, do I want to remand what he's going to target? Probably, because I have access to Dismember. A bit awkward to remand a Thoughtscour, but I don't want him. I don't want him to draw cards just like that. Remand. I have Electrolyze, which is actually a great draw here. So now he's going to probably attempt to resolve Tasigur. Probably, or Angler. The fact I can dismember with remand backup's good though. In case he has a counter. But I am gonna like take 2 from this Snapcaster and take some more damage afterwards. So yeah, that looks like an angler. Because I've seen the spell, I cannot dismember at end of turn since it's my. Actually, I could dismember at end of turn and Snapcaster dismember, so I'd be at 9. Ugh. It's probably worth it because here I definitely want to resolve Karanos. Like, the upside is so high. I just go like, yeah, Tech Edge Karanos. Like, there's so little you can do. It's worth the risk for me there, just for that reason. Like that deck cannot deal with a Karanos normally. Okay, he lightning bolts me, so that's bad because it means I'm gonna go to 8 probably. So now every life point I have is absolutely precious, which means I might Tech Edge his red source very quickly. Yeah, basically here my life total is the biggest resource, most vital one. Call against command, getting back angler, and dealing me 2. That's not good. Okay, so that's dead. Let's see what we can do here. I don't want to lose another life point. He has 4 cards in hand. I'm gonna cast Serum Visions. Right, Spell Snare is okay. I don't want the second Jace, that's for sure. The Remand is fine because he's gonna be low on resources. Okay, so I'll put the Remand on top even if he knows about it. Play the Island. Tech Edge this. Yeah. Means if he has Bolt, I'm dead. Since he can go. Sorry, if he has 2 bolts, I'm dead. Yeah. Well, I think it's still correct though to crack the Steam Vents here. Although, wait, no, he has. That was silly of me. Because he has access. Oh, no, it's fine. Because I can just. Sorry, I was thinking of Angler, but I can just bolt it and electrolyze it, so it's not a problem. Yeah, and I don't want to cast spells. I don't want to tap out for Snapcaster into Serum Visions, since I know the top card and fine with it. So 1 black. So he's going to resolve that. So he's going to resolve the Angler. Or not, apparently. That works for me. Right, so him. I'm still going to play a land, but with the viewpoint of not usually getting mana with, getting a land with it. Again, every life point matters dramatically. It's still fine to play it. Okay, so he's gonna pass, and I'm okay with just passing here. There's no need for me to sack a land or do anything. As long as Karanos does its business. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I'm okay with passing here. Yeah. Well, he has a lightning bolt. I already cast 2 lightning bolts, so hopefully Pestermite's pretty okay here since it gives me access to Remand and Pestermite as well. Like tapping him and putting pressure and everything. Let's see what he does here, if anything. Gulligan's Command, returning snap. No, that's not happening. It means he's gonna return it to his hand, which is the only drawback. But I think that's fine in the grand scheme of things. Yeah, oh, I drew another Remand, excellent. Right, so yep. I'm at 6, and he has Colligan's Command, but only 1 red source. Let's see. I'm okay with passing, I think, here. Okay, Desolate Lighthouse, that's good, that's mana. Although, I don't like revealing the fact that I still want the additional land. I'm going to pass the turn here, simply put. Right. Basically, I'm just looking for Lightning Bolt. I'm gonna go Culligan's Command again, which I'm gonna remand again. Since he only has a red source. Spell Snare. Right, let me think here. I could. Let's see, I could snap remand. He still has Culligan's Command. 6. Do I want him to do that? I don't want him to get back Snapcaster. It's not great. I will have access to Spell Snare though if needed. Let's see what I do here. If I snap remand, do I remand the Culligan's Command or remand the Spell Snare? Then he still has access to Spell Snare. I don't like that at all. I could snap remand just feels bad, but I don't want him to resolve Culligan's Command, so it's fine to just snap remand, I think, here. And normally I would, if I was in more life, I would have done it on my own remand, but it's fine. Draw Snapcaster Mage is okay. Right, so he still has access to Culligan's Command, which is awkward here, but he's at 7, so I can Electrolyze plus Snapcaster Mage him. If he doesn't kill the Snapcaster as well, he takes 2 damage from that. And then there's Keranos that could do the job. It's pretty close, actually. I just Scalding Tarn. That's not going to be good for me, because now he can play his Angler at 1 mana. Although he loses the command in his graveyard and the Snapcaster if he does it for 1. Oh wow, he's at 4. Did he just do that to himself? Right, let's see what happens here. So he's definitely going to cast that. Yeah, that's fine. I don't like it, but right. So here I'm gonna have Keranos target him. Blood Moon does nothing here. So I have what, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. So I can't even Snapcaster Electrolyze. Well, actually, wait, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, I have access to 8 mana, so I can Snapcaster Electrolyze, which is good. Unless he has literal 2 counter spells. Do it on his turn. Let's think this one through. I could play Pestermite here. No, actually. I could just pass to his turn and do it on his upkeep. Yeah, I think that's probably fine. Upkeep it. I definitely don't want to cast Blood Moon into 2 islands. That serves almost no purpose. Depends what he does. I mean, I have Electrolyze. I can just be patient, since I can just trade until... I basically, all I want to do here is wait. I'm happy to trade. I'm happy to play Keranos. Right, so here, end of turn, what is he going to do? Culligan's Command. He has an island. This is end of combat, so we're going to play... I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just gonna Electrolyze him, and that's it. And that should be good enough, since I have access to Snapcaster plus Electrolyze. Even if he has the spell. I mean, if I wanted to play around the spell, I could have just Pester my tapped island, gone to main, if he played it on a turn. But there we go. That was quite tight match, but in the end, we emerged victorious. So 3-0 in the Modern League. There we go. So thanks for watching. I'll move on to game 4.